I'm live. Okay, so it is Saturday. It's day 94. I'm wearing a hat because I'm in definite need of a haircut, and I'm not getting one for at least a couple of weeks. But in a couple of weeks, and a day or 2 days, Monday morning on a couple of weeks, I'm headed back to Honolulu, which I'm super looking forward to. But in the meantime, what I'm trying to do is I had friends in town for the last couple of weeks prior, and they left on Wednesday, and I've been complaining about it all the past handful of videos, but it took my eye off the ball, my mind out of the game. And not that I was going crazy in terms of eating and things like that, but we certainly had our fair share of bottles of wine, which I've got to fix now. And it's shown up in my blood glucose. A couple of days ago, my sort of fasting reading was like 200, and then it's been pecking away and coming down. It dropped pretty quickly to 160. And 150 kind of readings in a partially fasted way. So I mean, I know the numbers are getting better. It's just that it's just a hit to the overall system. And I that's got to change. So I'm in the middle of not even in the middle. I had lunch yesterday on Friday, and I haven't had anything since then. Today it's Saturday morning. It's almost lunchtime, so I'm almost near the 24-hour mark. I'm gonna go till tomorrow. Tomorrow around lunchtime, we're gonna do about 48 hours, in an attempt to get my blood sugar down and get into ketosis, and try and manage my blood sugars that way. And as normal, the fasting part of it is actually pretty easy. You know, what happens is it gets fairly boring because there's nothing that I have to do. The other things, you know, everything in that 2-week period of time, there's nothing, other things that didn't change. My weight didn't change. My body composition didn't change significantly. Maybe I felt like I was feeling a little fatter, but it didn't matter. My clothes all fit the same way, which is loose. So those things, I didn't lose ground on those things. But the goal of this whole deal for me is to get my blood sugars down, get my A1C down. I didn't start back up on any on the bed, so that's good. I'm still there with that part of it, but I just need to be a little more careful about what's going in. I think maybe I mentioned in a previous video that I did join with IDP, and been going through their tutorial stuff, but it's not any different than reading the books so far. I mean, in terms of the information, and what I really need is the coaching part of it. So I'm going to go through the information the way they have it, and then I will go through. I'll get their coaching and find out specifically for me what would work a little bit better. And I think what they will want to do is try and modify my diet, the intake of different things. So it's hard to explain, but I don't know if I'm doing the right proportion of fats and proteins. I'm really trying to eliminate carbs as much as I can, but you know, a beer is gonna have a bunch of carbs, and I had a beer yesterday, but that's not that. During these fasting periods, I'm going all out, and then for the next couple of weeks until I go home, it's probably gonna be more of the same. I'm gonna be very careful about what I'm doing, because I want to, you know, be in the best health I can when I get home to my wife. And then it's Thanksgiving, so there's going to be a little bit of struggle there, but that's okay. We'll work through that. um, again, this is a lifestyle. It's not something that I'm doing once and done. I'm doing it as a lifestyle and not forgetting it, and being able to celebrate and do all the other things. It's going to be a progression for a long time. So as long as I'm progressing in the right direction, I'm plenty happy to keep doing what I'm doing. When I get home, I will do another thing of blood tests. That should be fun. Last night I went for a walk out to Condado. There's a place. Never mind. Chinese food in Puerto Rico is not the Chinese food that I'm used to. And most Chinese food places serve sushi, which kind of just makes me crazy. I just don't, I don't get that. But okay. Anyway, I don't want to bash on things about Puerto Rico. I really like the place, actually. So that's where we are. This is another check-in that keeping myself accountable to getting this stuff done. I'm gonna also try and do these one a day instead of every other day or whatever. I mean, I need to keep my mind in gear, keep my eye on the ball, keep my goals in front of me, and this YouTube video thrown out there to the public is my way of making myself accountable. So that's what we're doing.